Welcome to another edition of Back in Shape with T. I'm Tarashe, and today I'm dropping a video, not in the studio, but I'm with the kids up in the crib today, and I'm going to do a quick hit video, a train along. We're going to work the forearm muscles. Another way to help develop growth in the muscles is by changing the hand positions. It's all about unaccustomed stimulus. Sometimes an exercise program can get stale because you keep doing the same thing over and over again. Biceps on machines, or using a straight bar, using a easy curl bar, what have you. Sometimes you have to mix it up. So when people are doing hammer curls or reverse curls, that's one way to mix up the bicep training. So if you're, again, at home, I'm stuck here because the kids with school, and it's actually school break, so daddy duty calls. Being at the crib, I gotta break out some of my other apparatuses to get the job done. I want to do reverse curls, but dig it, I don't have my easy curl bar for reverse curls, so I am taking a makeshift. Look at this. This is a kettlebell with 20 pounds attached dumbbell to it with a yoga strap. And I'm going to hold my hands in reverse curl position, and do some reverse curls. So grab your bar. Make sure your hands are pronated, meaning knuckles up, palms facing down. And let's curl. 1, 2. This is about 50 pounds for me. 3, 4, 5. Really getting those forearms. 6. Working my grip strength. 7. 8, elbows are glued to the side. 9 and 10. I'm working the bicep brachialis muscles, the radial muscles, all of the muscles that are associated with grip. Unaccustomed stimulus has a direct correlation to stimulating more hypertrophy. You will stimulate muscle growth when you are doing something that the body's not used to. So for example, if I had fat grips with a lightweight, my muscles are going to be working overtime because the stimulus that I'm getting trying to grab onto those fat grips, and you've seen them before, you slide them on the bar that make it harder for you to grab the bar. So rather than having a tight grip around, you're really trying to clench with the fingers. That's one way to stimulate change in how the muscle is attacked. Let's grab it up and do a second set here. Another way, adding chains is another way to do that. Adding bands. 2, 3, time under tension. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whew, this is very tough. 9, squeeze at the top. One more with me. And 10. Time under tension is another way to manipulate the acute variables when it comes to training any muscle. So if I don't have a lot of weight available to me and I want to make my body work harder, I tend to slow down the movement pattern to make sure that I'm doing anywhere between 35, as much as 45, maybe 50 seconds to complete a set. I don't want to do much more than 50 seconds because I don't want to develop too much muscle endurance. I want this to still stimulate muscle growth. I want to stay in a hypertrophy phase. So let's grab the third setup so you can see what I'm talking about. So what I'll do is I'll come up in the concentric phase, eccentrically 1, bring it down, squeeze at the bottom, come up, hold it here, that's 2, and slowly eccentric or elongate the muscle, shorten the muscle concentrically, squeeze, and down. So when I'm here, squeeze, I hold. Before I transition, I get muscle activation and come down. Let's do 5 more together. 1, 2, 3, whoa, oh, 4, and 5. Also, I'm using a 30-pound kettlebell attached with a strap that has an additional 20 pounds of weight, and it's rather unstable. So I'm trying to force stabilization by concentrating as much as I can and really putting all of my thought and energy into curling this muscle and extending this muscle without being sloppy. This weight is unstable. It's wobbling all over the place. So I have to use my noodle. It's called mind-muscle connection, right? So I have to have a neural adaptation, or I'm trying to adapt my neural synaptic fiber muscle firing sequences in order to maintain the proper range of motion, the proper path of motion in particular, because I could be all over the place, and the proper time under tension to get that muscle going. Let's do 10 again. I think one of my children just walked in the door. All right, back in a pronated grip. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, lots of muscle activation. 8, 9, oh boy, I'm done. So if you have a regular bar and it's fixed and it's stable, that's one thing. If you have a regular easy bar and the hands are to be placed where the apparatus actually bends, that's another thing altogether. When you have to concentrate, focus, and put all of your energy into curling, squeezing with these fingers, because the more you use the muscles in your digits, the more it stimulates the radial, ulnar, the muscles that affect the forearm. So forearms have been one of those muscle groups that I've neglected for quite some time. I haven't done reverse curls on a consistent basis 15 years. So anytime I add them into my toolbox, it's unaccustomed stimulus. So it's tricking my body, confusing my body, and sending a signal that, my God, we need more help in order to get this weight up, and conversely, to get it down. And therefore, I'm getting maximum peak contraction every repetition. Here I go again. I focus on the grip, strong grip. Muscles are working even down here. 1, 2, elbows to the body. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This makes it very hard. 8. Oh my. Gotta drop it. The muscle, I can barely grip it anymore. The fact that I can barely grip it should tell you that I have to work overtime in order to keep it from slipping out of my hands. Those muscles are directly attached to my arms. So I'm feeling it all right here. This segment, what I'm pinching right here, what you feel, I'm feeling all of it right there. So the more I'm able to stimulate growth there, the better and more thick and functional you'll see some forearms. So that was our last set, but let's take a look to kind of cap this off, to recapitulate a little bit. Pronated grip, palms facing down, knuckles up, squeeze to the top, pause, time under tension, unaccustomed stimulus, maintaining core stiffness, and there you have it. A little hack, as the young people say, a little hack. That's how we get forearms and arms built, by using a kettlebell attached to a dumbbell to stimulate some biceps, some forearms, some brachialis muscles. And of course, the more I develop my forearms, the bigger my biceps become as well. I don't want anybody who's not familiar with exercise or exercise science, I don't want you to think just because my knuckles are facing up and my palms are facing down that my biceps are not working. The biceps are working. They work most in the supine position, but they also work in the pronated position and in the neutral position. So it's always good to keep some hidden tools in your toolbox to make your body react the way that you want it to react in order to get the best body possible. I'll catch you guys next time. I think in the next video, we're going to focus on upright rows as a means of developing the shoulders, and probably using the kettlebell to do one arm shoulder press so we can stimulate shoulder growth at home. I think I'll do it in the home studio. Go back and check out some of the other old videos that I shot from the house. My push-up series in particular, some of the floor chest exercises where I go over the multiple grips that I use to stimulate muscle fiber development for the chest. So go back in, take a look, and hey, listen, once again, I love bringing this information to you guys, and I hope that you're getting a lot out of it. I want you to continue to train along with me, but until I see you next time, stay strong.